All right. So speaking of free food, when you're kind of living in your car or on the streets, food is like top priority. Or like maybe sleep, water. Generally, you can get water anywhere. Showers. You're drinking out of showers, and but food, it's very indicative of like your attitude. Like if you go a while without food, you get like irritated, and then angry, and then like aggressive. So you want food, obviously. But free food is like a godsend. It's like, okay, this is amazing. Let's go. Well, I had found it at this hotel. Continental breakfasts. It's like not really taking it. It is, but it's not. Do they just waste it anyway? Am I doing them a favor? Whatever. So there's this fancy hotel. Not gonna say which one, but it's close to the Trump Towers in Waikiki. Massive. I mean, they do it big. They got like pressed juices and stuff. I was like, yo, this place is legit. All I had to do was get on the elevator and get somebody to fob it to that specific floor. I think it was 8th floor. So I would just get in there, with my hands full or whatever. It's like, hey, can you hit me to the 8th floor? Boom, automatic breakfast. Like, I'm doing this a lot. I started doing it so much that when I was working as a tour guide, I would take people to there for breakfast. Like if they weren't coming from a hotel where they already had continental breakfast, they were like a traveler like me or Airbnb stayer, somebody, just kind of living to get by or whatever. The less they spend, the longer their travels last, something like that. Or we immediately vibe. I'm like, yo, I'm taking y'all to breakfast, like at this hotel, and just play it cool. I wouldn't even tell them nothing. I was like, come with me. I would really base it off parking because there's only like 6 spots to park, unless you unless you do the valet parking, which obviously I'm not doing because I'm not a hotel resident. But if there's parking in the street, as I drive by, then I'd park and be like, all right, breakfast. If not, then I just keep driving. We go about our day. That's how tour guide life is. So I'm doing this. I mean, I've taken over 5 groups to get breakfast. It's automatic at this point. Foolproof plan. Like, it's not even a plan. If you make it on the elevator, you make it up there. There's no anything stopping you from getting this breakfast. They'd like make your own omelets for you. Like you tell them what to cook. They'd personalize breakfasts. Chocolate chip, cinnamon pancakes, whatever, you name it. Insane, all right? I leave for whatever, 2-3 months, go home for Christmas, come back. Me and my brother, Windsor, I was like, yo, let's go get some breakfast. We gotta hit up this spot. Take him up there and go up the elevator, and then we're walking, and I can already just feel it. Something's different. I can't explain that. It's just a feeling. You're just like, weird. We're walking towards the entrance. There's this big, like essentially a bouncer. This massive dude, big Hawaiian dude. And I look at Windsor. I was like, hey, just play it cool. Walk right by him, act like we belong here. I was like, keep it cool. I gotta keep it cool so that he keeps it cool. So we'll walk right by him. He didn't say anything. I was just like, hey, how's it? Walked right by him, all good. I was like, okay, maybe I don't know what his job is. If it's not to stop us from coming here to get breakfast, who knows what he's doing? Not my problem. We get in line, getting ready for the buffet, you know what I'm saying? And sure enough, he comes to us in the line, like, I don't know, 7 minutes later. He's like, yo, y'all got wristbands? I looked at him. I was like, no, we don't. He's like, no, we just checked in. He's like, oh, you need wristbands for breakfast. He's like, what's your last name? I was like, Jones. I was like, check it. We just got here last night. And he's like, okay, I'll go check. I was like, oh, God. Oh, my God. Now, at that point, looking back, it's so easy to say, yeah, you just leave at that point. We didn't leave. I don't know why we didn't leave. We didn't, though. We got our breakfast and our juice. I'm a sucker for juice. Like, fresh juice, I'm a sucker. So we got our breakfast and our juice. We sat down. I started eating. I started throwing back juices. He comes back. He's like, hey, you're not on. He's like, you're not on the list. He's like, what room you staying in? And I said something. I was like, 713. I was like, the Joneses. So I was like, honestly, I doubt we have anything. I was like, we got here last night. I've been surfing all morning. I don't need, I'm just trying to play dumb, essentially. And he's like, okay, I'll go look again. I was like, praise God. He goes to look again. I look at Windsor and I was like, time to go right now. He doesn't even take 10 real steps, starts coming back towards us. And I was like, well, I can for sure outrun this person, but I'm never gonna run to an elevator. Like, that's just a trap, you know. You got walkie-talkies, somebody can just be waiting at the elevator. So we run around and can go down these stairs, like outside stairs. Down the stairs, till we get to, like, I think it was the second floor for sure. And there's escalators. And one's coming up, one's going down. And there's another guard at the bottom, like, waiting for us, who knows he's trying to stop us. I was like, dang, they're really serious about this. I was like, crap. And Windsor starts running down the up escalator. I was like, dang, boy, you chose the hardest route. And the guard starts coming up the opposite escalator. Yeah, he's coming up whichever one Windsor's not on. He chose that one. And so Windsor's essentially can just go. And this guy's coming up mine. And I was like, no. So I jump off, right? The second story, and there's a palm tree right there. I jump off onto the palm tree and do like a little fireman slide down the palm tree. Because if we just make it onto the road, I know that we're faster than all these people. We're generally pretty fast guys, and these are really big dudes who normally aren't that fast. And I was like, we got this, even in our slippers. I was like, it's fine. Slide down the palm tree, book it. I was like, never went back.